Welcome to our exciting video. Today, we will be learning mental strategies to help with comparing and ordering fractions with Mr. Hughes and Mr. Bacow. When starting out, comparing and ordering fractions can feel like a pretty tricky job. But just like any other job, having the right tools can make comparing and ordering fractions a whole lot easier. The tool that we're going to be working with today is known as benchmarking. Benchmarking is used to compare two different fractions by using a more familiar third fraction, normally 0, a half, or 1, as a benchmark. We can write all three of these fractions on a number line to make our working out a little more clear. Let's have a go. If you were asked, is 4/12 greater, less than, or equal to 5/8, you could find out by using our half fraction as a benchmark. But before we start, you will need to remember that the denominator is the number at the bottom of a fraction and the numerator is the number at the top. First, we write 6/12 just above the half on our number line because we know that 6 is half of our first denominator, 12. Now, when we write 4/12 on our number line, it becomes obvious that 4/12 is below 1/2. We can now use the same method on our second fraction, 5/8. We will write 4/8 at 1/2 because half of our second denominator, 8, is 4. We can now see that 5/8 is more than 1/2, which in turn means that 5/8 is more than 4/12. What happens if both fractions are equivalent to less than 1/2? When that happens, we can simply use 0 as our benchmark. Let's have a go. If we are comparing 3/7 and 2/10, we know that both are less than 1/2, as 3 is less than 3.5, which is half of our first denominator, 7. 2 is less than 5, which is half of our second denominator, 10. When we plot these respective fractions on our number line, we can see that 2/10 is closer to 0 than 3/7. Therefore, 3/7 is greater than 2/10. Similarly, if both fractions are greater than 1/2, we can use the same strategy but use 1 as our benchmark. If we were comparing 6/8 and 4/5, we would know that both fractions are above a half, as both of their numerators are more than half of their denominators. So, when we plot these fractions between a half and 1 on our number line, we can see that 4/5 is closer to 1 than 6/8. Thanks for watching our video. We really hope you learned something. Remember guys, keep practicing.